schools in ruins, and scenes like these are repeated through the northeast. In the past 9 years, Boko Haram insurgents have destroyed more than 1,200 schools, murdered more than 600 teachers, and made it impossible for 19,000 teachers to impart knowledge. Most of those teachers now live in displaced persons camps scattered across the northeast. Boko Haram is loosely translated as Western education is forbidden. But Boko Haram remained less known out of Nigeria until they abducted 276 students from Chibok in part of Borno state. To date, about 106 of those girls were freed, while the rest are still unaccounted for. And before efforts to get the rest freed paid off, the insurgents struck again, abducting 110 girls from Dapchi Science and Technology School in Yobe State. On Wednesday, 1 month after the abduction, Boko Haram freed the girls but sternly cautioned parents in Dapchi against taking their children to school. It was an ominous message echoed throughout the northeast.
The Borno State government is the one most affected with this policy. But this government and the security agencies, they really need to step up. The Borno State naturally has been described as one of the most disadvantaged, having a lot of students, pupils and students out of school. So this should not be allowed to linger on. We expect that the security should re-strategize their operations to ensure that Boko Haram sect is kept far away from our schools.
Borno State is the birthplace of Boko Haram. Almost 10 years on, it has remained the worst affected in the northeast. The chances of Boko Haram conducting another school abduction cannot be ruled out in the state. To prevent more raids on schools, President Buhari directed a security beef-up around all vulnerable schools in the northeast. Despite the president's directive, Borno State is not taking any chances. So far, paramilitary are being deployed to protect schools, while the military says it does not have sufficient troops to protect every vulnerable school in the northeast. The question is, what chance the paramilitary stands against Boko Haram insurgents in the event of an incursion? Kelechi, Emekalam, CGTN, Abuja, Nigeria.